Hey everybody, this is author Brittany Wang, and I'm going live for the first time on my YouTube, and I'm so excited. Charity, you're already here. Hi, Charity. I'm so excited to try this out. You guys, as we are starting out, just let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me pretty well. I'm trying it straight from my computer. But today we are going to be doing just some writing tip sharing. So you guys have sent in some questions through Twitter and through Instagram recently, and anybody live right now, you guys can feel free to ask questions as well. And we'll just spend a little bit of time, maybe like 15 minutes doing that as everybody comes on the live. And then around 5:15, we are going to do a word sprint. And we're going to do probably a few, maybe like 15-minute increments. So I'm really excited. I know I need to get a lot of words done. And I'm just going to say hi to some people jumping on. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Abigail. And Abigail, thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys, you're probably looking at me being like, who is this girl? I just got my hair cut on Friday and I'm really excited about it. So I'm glad you like it. We've got Jody and Renee and Marla. Hello, guys. Yeah, it's sort of weird not going live on Instagram and doing this on YouTube, but I've been promising to go live on YouTube, and so we're doing it, people. Cool. So guys, I know I've been asking a bunch of you lately, but let's just start off sharing where you are in your month's goal, sharing, are you doing Camp Nano? And even if not, you definitely probably have writing goals. So let me know how those are going and how much you have left to do before you have another channel. I'll answer that in just a second. Yeah, before you finish up for the month, how much more do you have? Kimberly, are you asking me that because you've seen stuff from a different channel? Because I have old channels that I can, yeah, briefly share about, but they're not writing related. They were other things related. But anyway, so I've been doing Camp Nano. My goal has been 20,000 words, and I am currently at like 17,000, which means I'm almost there. And my goal today was to try to actually just meet 20,000 and then maybe extend my goal unofficially to 25,000 since I have like a whole nother week and a half. So yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at. Kimberly says, I am doing Camp Nano. Woo woo! I hit 40,000 words 2 days ago. Yes! And was that your whole month's goal, or sorry, so many comments already. So did you reach your goal already, or do you still have more to go? But that's super amazing. I love it. Abigail says, I am so much further than I expected to be. I literally have to rewrite the last chapter in this book and we'll be pretty much done. Ready for pitch wars? Done. Oh, okay. So I'm going to share this real quick too, because Abigail just said that. I also have a goal to meet pitch wars, and if not that, then pit mad, and it's going to probably be impossible because I'm still in the first draft, but I'm hoping that I can make it, or I'm just going to try really hard and at least I'll get pretty darn far and be ready for any other kind of contest later on. So Abigail, that is amazing. I am so excited for you. I love it. Kimberly says, yeah, I found one with music. Yeah, so just real quick, I used to sort of do a lot of songwriting, and that was like singing and songwriting was like my main focus, and that's like a different way of writing that I loved communicating story through that, while sort of putting fiction writing on the back burner. And so yeah, if you search up Brittany Wang, but then some of it's under my unmarried name, my maiden name, you'll find my music, and I have like a CD on iTunes, and if you want to search for that, but just remember it was like over 10 years ago, I think. But have fun if you want to check that out. Cool. Charity says, I've been doing Camp Nano. My goal has been to get my manuscript ready and sent to beta readers. Yes, love it. My Camp Nano goal, Marla says, is to finish my first draft of my current work in progress. Only about 10,000 more words. Yes. Okay, so we're going to really give you guys more words, or give you opportunity to write more words during probably this hour or so. And Kimberly says, I'm going for 50,000 words. So excited, way farther than I thought it would be. Ah, that is so amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. Abigail says, I hope you can make Pitch Wars or Pit Mad 2 contests are so motivating for me to get stuff done. Agreed. Yes. And that's why I was just like, even if I don't make it, I need to just shoot for it, shoot for the stars. Jody says, I'm doing camp. My goal was 31 hours. Okay, love the hours goal. Working on a small town romance, but I'm going on a last minute trip to Disney and have lost focus to get excited. Dude, if I was going to Disney, which I actually got to do early this year, and yeah, I could not focus. I think it was during April's Camp Nano too, and it totally threw me off. So I so relate, and I hope you have a wonderful time in Disney World. I want to go back. Renee says, my goal is to do an outline that I love. I love that. Yes. So sometimes you're like working on something, you're like, I don't love this. And it's hard to like push yourself forward when you don't love your project. So I love that goal. Cool. Well, again, I'm just going to give a few more minutes for people that wanted to jump onto the live that are running a little late. So I figured I would answer a few questions. And if you guys have any questions and that you're on the live right now and you have any questions for me personally or just writing related, feel free to ask them. And especially if they're writing related, if you guys want to answer them also in the comments. I love getting everybody talking. You guys, well, a lot of you know me, in just a helpful way for everybody. So Morgan says, my goal is just to get words down. That's an awesome goal. And Courtney, hi Courtney, says my goal for the day is 1,000 words. Fabulous. All right. Well, we're going to help you out with that in just a little bit. Let's get to some of these questions. All right. So I got a question on Instagram from R. Judy Wrights, and she says, where are you at in the drafting process? Is this your first draft? And so I sort of shared a little bit about where that is right now, but it is technically my first full draft. I've started drafting this story, my fairy fantasy, of many, many times over the past like year and a half. And I've never, like Renee was saying, I've never like loved it. Like I've been like, this is just wrong. And it's just hard to like get through it. But this is the first time that I'm like, I actually am proud of what I'm writing. It's not perfect. It needs a lot of fixing, but yeah, but hopefully first full done written draft happening soon. Abigail says, okay, this is about author platforms. Do you have an author website? Do you think they're important to have? So anybody, guys, let us know in the comments. Do you have an author website or are you thinking of creating one? I have one in the works. I'm building it on Wix.com. And so if you don't have a lot of experience building websites, I definitely suggest Wix.com. You can actually create one for free and they give you a URL, but it's like your username.wixsite.com/something. So it's a really long one, but you can play around with it and have so much fun with it and create different ones and different styles. And so I've been doing that. If you go, I have like a newsletter sign up through my Instagram bio link, and you get to see sort of a preview of some of how it's shaping up. And I'm waiting. Wix always has like periodically these like massive like 50% off premium accounts coupon kind of deals. And so I've been waiting for that to sort of come back around before I get my URL and make it all official. So I hope that's helpful. If you guys have any more questions about author websites, let me know. But I do think it is really important. One, because it usually enables you to do some kind of newsletter, which is really important, capturing emails. And also it's like a central hub base for all of your stuff. And even if like a lot of people aren't necessarily going there first, maybe they're finding you on different places, to have that central hub is like, makes you appear and, you know, seem official, and you can sell like your books on there. And I think it's just really important because social medias could go away any day and then you'd like lose your whole following. But if you connect people to your website, to your newsletter, you can connect with them going forward and update them with all of your new writerly things. So I do think it's important. I am working on it and you guys will be the first to know when it goes live. I'm just going to pop in the comments here and see. Renee says, how do you push through when trying to outline your story? Okay, we can come back to that in a second. I'm just going to see. Yay, that feeling is amazing. Awesome. Kimberly says, I have one. It's just not good, but it's there. At least you have it. At least you got started. That's amazing. Abigail says, I've been debating on whether to make one now or wait. Plus, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to websites. Yeah, look up Wix and watch their tutorials. I definitely suggest them. Morgan says, what is your go-to snack and drink when writing? And Marla says, an author website is so important. Cool. Okay, so we have a couple other questions in there. We have a couple minutes. I wanted to give people maybe till 5:15 till we start doing the sprint, so I'll answer a couple of those. First, Renee said, how do you push through when trying to write or to outline your story? When I was getting stuck, I literally like YouTubed, like searched like how to outline a story, like, and watched everybody's videos. And sometimes that can distract you, but it just gave me more ideas about how to outline differently when the process I was using was not working. So I experimented. I did like everything, and I'm still experimenting. I'm still like, I'm always changing and like morphing it into something different until like the process feels smooth. And I also keep like a running list of all the different ideas I'm getting, even if I don't know where it's going to go in the story. It's sort of all over the place, but for the motivation part, or how do you push through, you just got to decide that you're going to do it and get friends around you that are asking you, how are you doing on that outline? And hopefully they can be an encouragement. Hi, Shawneen. And then we had Morgan says, what is your go-to snack and drink when writing? I can't eat while I write. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm working on something, like I'll forget to eat. Like I'll be like working and like writing and be like, oh my gosh, I skipped lunch today, you know, which is, I don't suggest, but that's what ends up happening. I'm just like in the zone, and I literally like, I don't need food, because especially if it's like finger picking, then I'm like, oh, that's dirty. I don't want to touch now I got to go wash my hands. And it's just like, doesn't work for me. But I keep water with me like at all times. And I know it's really plain. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I drink tea sometimes, but that's what I do. Kimberly says, what do you listen to if you do while writing? I have a writing playlist, and I'll actually play a little bit of that while we're sprinting, if you guys are cool with that. I have two playlists. One is, I actually have linked in my Instagram bio at the bottom of all my links. You can listen to my actual playlist. It has all this epic music from Pirates of the Caribbean to Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter. And my stories just like has this epic feel. So I usually play that, especially for certain epic scenes. The other thing that really works for me is there's this playlist on Spotify called Rain Sounds. And it's just sounds of the rain and thunderstorms. And for some reason, like I write really well when it's raining. And so it just makes me feel like it's raining, and it's just such a calming sound, and it gets me like in the zone. And that's actually been working a lot more lately than the other one. So Rain Sounds on Spotify, you should try it. And then Renee says, I suck on hard candy. Oh, that's a good one. I love that. And Evie Driver, hi. We're just, you guys are just asking some writing questions. I have a couple more, and then we're going to start our sprint. So Abigail, who's also on here, asked me on Instagram. No, Abigail, I already answered your question. Never mind. Somebody else on Instagram, my friend R Volo writes, she said, do you have any other ideas aside from your current work in progress that you would like to write next? I don't have anything like set in stone. There was one story that I actually was like, I was going to write first, and then I was like, nope, like that's like way too like big and daunting. And so I was like, let's write this fairy story because that seems simple. No, it's not. It's so much. And so this other story, which I don't really know how to summarize it. So I'll try to like think about it and let you guys know later in the live if I think about how to summarize it. But that story is even more intense and more involved than this fairy story. And this fairy story has gotten very big. So I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah. That's sort of where I'm at. But I'm wanting to write more than one book for this fairy story. So that's sort of my whole brain is there. Cool. Bruna, hi. Bruna is the writer's journey on Instagram, the _writers_journey. And she is actually going to be doing another word sprint this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think, Bruna. Let me know in the chat. But yeah, if you need more words after my thing, then let me know. And Bruna says, hey, Brittany, you have done a great job in Phelan so far. Thank you. Yeah, Phelan is the name of my world. So I'm so glad you like it. I shared a little bit more on my Instagram stories lately with pictures from Pinterest and other details. So yeah, but it's not there anymore. But I just wanted to get people excited about the story, so that was fun. Thanks for letting me share. Cool. Yeah, Bruna's is at 8 p.m. So if you're watching this not as a replay tonight, 8 p.m., go look her up on Instagram. And yeah, more words. Yay. Abigail's excited for my book. Thank you. Kimberly says, do you think it's okay to have more than one work in progress? I'm working on 2 and I'm starting another in either August or September. Kimberly, I think if you can do it and it works for you, go for it. And I haven't been doing it personally, but I have found that sometimes I need to take a break from my current work in progress in order to like just free up my mind, and then I'll write like a free write or something, and it just like re-energizes me to get back into my fairy world. And so if that works for you to sort of jump back and forth, and whenever you're stuck with one you move to the other, but you're always coming back and working on both, then more power to you, because you'll get 2 books done faster if it works. Shanine says, the art you posted on Instagram introducing your characters, world, and clans were super awesome. Your novel sounds so interesting. Thank you, Shanine. That means so much. Thank you. I love sharing about it. Bruna says, isn't it in your highlights? You should totally add it there. The aesthetics are awesome. Yeah, so Bruna, so here's a tip, guys, too. That I think Hopeful Happenings here on YouTube and also on Instagram shared with me. She was just like, just be careful about sharing too much about your story, because you don't want somebody to then be like, that's a great idea, I'm going to write that too. And so I do have a very few things on my highlights you can watch, but I did not save everything just because, yeah, I wanted to share it with those of you that could see it live. But now that they're gone, I'm probably going to wait to share them again until the book's done and like sold and like in the publishing process. So just a word of caution. I'm usually like, yeah, let me tell you everything about my story. And like, sometimes you just got to be cautious. So word to the wise. And thank you, Hopeful Happenings, for giving me some insight. Midnight, yes, I cut my hair. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. We're going to get started. It's already past 5:15. I'm just going to read these last comments and then we are going to write. I'm so excited. Bruna says, I can't focus on 2 works in progress at the same time too much. My poor brain. I know. I don't know that I could do it either, but for some people it works. Charity says, how do you balance the main plot line? Oh yes, Charity, I do have your question about main plot line and subplots. Let's do a word sprint, and then after this first sprint, we will answer that question, because I think others on here. So she's asking, how do you balance the main plot line and all the subplots of your novel in your chapters? She says, I'm realizing my main character's subplot is really taking over and I'm not focusing enough on the main plot line. And I feel you, Charity. I do have some ideas for you, and I believe people on here will also have ideas. So let's talk about that after this first sprint. Jody says, what do you think of sites like Wattpad? I will share that after this sprint as well. Bruna says, ooh, that's true. Great tip. You're right. Even to keep the readers surprised, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I think like I shared with my little community that was on Instagram that day, but yeah, now I'm gonna be holding it a little more closer to the chest. And then Charity says, oh, great. I forgot to ask on IG. No, you did ask on IG. So I have it saved and we will put that in there. Cool. Okay, guys, so I hope you have everything you need in order to write. Again, I've got a Google timer up here for 15 minutes. I'm just going to put that in 15 minutes. And I'm going to put a little bit of music on. Let me know if it gets too loud. And we are going to write, okay? Ready? Everybody ready? Give me some emojis or like some like yes or anything in the comments. Oh, it looks like Bruna is ready to go. So I'm going to start. Ready, set, right. 15 minutes. Okay, here we go. Music. Let me know if that level is good. I'll start off with something a little less intense. Yeah, let's do this. Right, guys. Okay, here we go. If you don't hear me typing yet, it's because now I'm realizing I can't see the chat while I'm talking to you guys. So give me a second. About 5 minutes, everybody. Keep writing. Two and a half minutes. Okay. That is time. Put down your pencils. That's always what I want to say, even though there's probably no pencils, but we'll just go with it. All right, count up your words or your pages or whatever you are working on right now. Where did my manuscript go? Haha. Okay, and I am highlighting so I can see. Where did I start here? Ooh, geez. Nope, that's not where it was. Let me know, guys. Courtney says 140 words. Awesome. Maybe, I think it was down here. There we go. That's a little bit. Okay. Ooh, that was good. Morgan says I've written 290 words. Renee says 216. Abigail says, oh, only 158. That's okay. Baby woke up and she's teething, so life is hard right now. That's so fine. You need to be a good mom, so that's totally fine. Marla says 330 words. Nice. Kimberly says I wrote 336 words. And finding out the Uriel is the angel of wisdom. Ooh, I love, so you're like figuring out stuff as you're writing. Is that accurate? Because I love when that happens. You're like, so I'm not like I'm a huge plotter, but I do find that like I figure out certain plot holes while I am pantsing a little bit, like within the plot that I've already set up. Charity says, gosh, only 221. I am revising. So yeah, that's totally fine. It's a different animal. Bruna says, I've read more 10 pages of beta. Okay, working on some beta reading. Awesome. Is it Carly's? Because I have to do that later. Morgan says, good job, Marla Holt. Awesome. I love when you guys encourage each other. Timia, hi. Said she's from Romania. And sorry for being late. That's fine. We just finished our first sprint, but we're going to do another one in a little bit. Bruna says, poor baby Abigail, that is annoying to her. Yeah. Jody says, one full notebook size page I'm writing by hand. Oh, you are writing by hand. So when I say put down your pencils or pens, you're actually doing that. That makes me happy. Marla says, thanks, Morgan. Abigail, cool. A lot of screaming today. Oh, poor baby. Bruna says, it is, I'm dying for this book. Okay, good. Yeah, I wrote 521 words, and that's like a series record for 15 minutes. I think I was really into this scene. So I'm pretty stoked. Where was I in the comments? Cece, hi. I am at work and can't participate. Just jumped in to wish you all the words. Thank you. And Siri, I'm not talking to you. Thanks, Cece. We wish you could stay with us. Tamia says, Uriel is one of my favorite archangels. Oh, so is that like a thing that I don't know? Maybe it is. Shawneen says, outlining here for the accountability and company. Oh, good. Well, we're glad we can be good company for you. Courtney says, I'm loving the word counts. Awesome. And outlining. Love that. Cool. So we're going to start again in a few minutes, but let's give our brains and our fingers a little bit of a break. And I know that Charity question, and she... Charity, you can add anything else here, but she said, how do you keep your chapters focused on the main plot line and have subplots going on? And she was saying earlier in the chat that her main character has the subplot, but then it was sort of, she realized as she was writing or editing, I think, that it was sort of taking over and not really addressing the main plot. So I'm going to answer this, but I would love if any of you have any tips for Charity and you want to answer this. She's taking over the story. Wait, but you said this is your main character, right? So is it okay that she's taking over the story, or is this a sub character? Did I read that wrong? Yeah, but if any of you want to give Charity some of your tips, please do so. Let's see. For me, I'm still figuring this out, honestly. I think that one thing I've tried to do is like when I'm writing chapter summaries, or I'm like have just like didn't start out as chapters, but like section summaries, I will have like my subplots sort of listed out. And as I'm going through, I'm sort of sprinkling them in and like sprinkling in like foreshadowing for the main plot as I'm doing my subplots. So actually, as I said that out loud, that's the tip that I would give. So I'll say that again. So as I'm like writing and maybe focusing more on a subplot, you can still be foreshadowing or like giving certain information about your main plot within your subplot. So just make sure it's like sort of related and tied in and giving like little snippets. And then I think that that will sort of keep people moving with the main plot, not forgetting about it while still having the subplot going on. Charity says, I have 3 MCs. Oh, okay. So she's like sort of overpowering all the other ones. In your outline, can you tell us how you've sort of delineated where those different, I guess, POVs? Are you doing different POVs or is this all in third person? Because in your outline too, you should be able to sort of delineate where those things are happening. And then if you need to, you should be able to see big picture, what's overpowering, and can you like sort of move things around a little bit. Let's see. Cece says, I do my outline in spreadsheet and keep track of the reveals of each plot. Cece, I need to see this spreadsheet layout. That sounds amazing. I love spreadsheets. Yeah, if you want to like describe that a little bit more, I know you're at work, or if at some point you want to like share that, maybe on Instagram or something, I would love to see that. Ryan, Charity Ryan says, oh yes, that's great. Thank you so much. It's very helpful. Okay, good. Bruna says, I have 4 main POVs that has been a challenge, but I think what still makes the main character apparent is that the story revolves around her power. Okay, so sort of tying that in. Bruna says she's crucial to solve the problem, so it helps even though I have more than 3, I think you said, main character point of views helping. Oh man, yeah. Well, I have 5. So like, yeah, once I get into like more of the nitty gritty of like all of them interacting, I'm gonna have to do that as well. Thanks, Bruno. Cece says, this thing won't allow me to add pics, or I'd show you how I set up my outline, much like how J.K. Rowling did. Yeah, and I've seen that, and that looks really cool. Can you share it on Instagram after this maybe, and maybe put it in like a highlight or something so that we can all reference it later? Guys, she's on Instagram as exactly this, except without the dot, CC Gillings. Kimberly says, question, do you think it's okay to change religion for a story? I'm changing the story of the Bible a bit, and I don't know how people will react. Okay, good question. Let me get back to that in just a second. I just want to see if anybody else is giving tips for charity. Trackers for plot are good. We hi Josiah. Yo, we live out here. Yes, I love that. Josiah is the best, everybody. Abigail says, yes, Cece, I'd love to see that spreadsheet too. Yeah, so definitely, Cece, if you're still here, do that. Josiah says, I have either 2 or 3 main characters, might be doing what Bruna is doing. Awesome. People saying, good. Yes. Okay. So CC, we want to see that. Charity, I hope that was helpful. Let us know if it was. I'm going to quickly try to answer Kimberly's question, and then we should do another sprint. So Kimberly, do you think it's okay to change religion for a story? I'm changing the story of the Bible a bit, and I don't know how people will react. So Kimberly, I'm a Christian, and playing with my particular religion, for me as a reader, would probably bother me. But it depends on what technically you're doing with it. So if you want to ask me more specific questions in DM on Instagram or something, I could let you know how I would feel about it. But if you maybe took the general idea of the Bible and like changed names and added a few other details that makes it different, and like sort of, yeah, just didn't call it Christianity or the Bible, but called it something different and sort of made like parallels, then I think that I as a Christian could like swallow that a little bit better and like sort of be into that. But I hope that helps. And again, you can DM me and let me know if you have any like more specific questions in that line of thinking. Charity says, yes, super helpful. Awesome. Timia says, are you writing about angels? My work in progress is about an angel who incarnates to help people evolve. Yeah, so you could like create new like mythology around angels without like sort of referencing the Bible. You could again like rename or like create your own like religion type thing. Unless it's like a contemporary story, which again, it's tough. It's tough. We can talk on DM. Okay, Josiah wants to see the spreadsheet. Bruna says supernatural does that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, and you could talk about angels without talking about the Bible. That's the other thing if you wanted. Some people do that. Jody says writing a small town romance, I have to come up with 8 main character family members and 8 love interests plus shop owners. Fun times. Yeah, that is a lot. And that's where the balance of like once you get into writing, once you're doing like beta reading and stuff, it might become clearer later. Like if you need to like cut back, like I've had to cut back on some of the characters that I initially wanted to be in this story because it was just too much and it was like pulling out to all these different subplots that it was taking away from all. There were too many. The reader wouldn't be able to focus. So I feel you, Jody. Kimberly says I'm doing it a bit like Supernatural where I twist the story showing a new POV of the events a bit. I'm also trying to tell details that weren't put in the Bible. Okay, let's talk on DM because I will totally yeah, like can hash out some of those things with you. And I know, yeah, with the supernatural people do that for sure. So yeah, but just so you know, as like a person who reads the Bible and believes in the Bible, somebody else was writing a story and they were like changing some things or not mentioning other things, and yeah, it's just hard. So you can't please everyone. You've got to write the story that is true to you, but just know that yeah, touching certain things might make certain people react in certain ways. So that's just how it rolls. Cool. Yeah, Supernatural. I tried watching Supernatural. I only got a few episodes in because it was intense. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. Well, if you guys would like another word sprint, give me some emojis, give me some likes, give me anything, let me know. And I'm going to reset the timer. And getting everything set. Okay, I see Bruno emojis. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to do another 15. Marla's good. Kimberly's good. And Renee is good. Okay, everybody, ready, set, right. Here we go. Musica. Here we go. Cool. And Kimberly, just so you know, Charity just gave some more feedback for you. So I just don't want you to miss that. Courtney, we just got started. You have 12 minutes, 43 seconds. Hi, Mary. We just have like 6.5 minutes left. Glad you're here. Is a happy New Year, Abigail? Yeah. All right, guys. I only wrote like, there. I only wrote like about 300 words. I sort of got to an end of a scene, and then I was like, where do I go from here? So I was searching for another place to sort of write, and that's what I got this set. How did you guys do? Let me know. Elizabeth says, I'm going to jump in the next sprint when you start. Great. It's sort of cool that YouTube allows us to be live for more than an hour. So I'm going to say, let's do one more sprint because guys, I am at 18,399 words, which means I have a little over 1,500 words left to meet my Camp Nano goal. I don't know that I'm going to write 1,500 words in the next sprint, but if I do, then you guys are going to witness me kill this Camp Nano goal live. So that's pretty exciting, but we'll see if we get there. Let's see. Where are we in the comments? Trudy says, oh, my phone died, laptop to the rescue. Good. Glad you're back. Renee, 81 words. Kids came talking, distracting me. It's mom life. It's okay. At least you got words. Kimberly says about 300 words. Awesome. Marla says 409 words. You were on a roll. Love it. Josiah says I got 114 words when I was finally able to get to my laptop. Outline thoughts mostly. Yeah, outlining. I feel like I still need to go back and fix some things. So totally awesome. Cherry says 181 words added to my manuscript. Yee, that's great. I feel like I saw something on your stories recently, Charity. Are you still trying to like get to a certain amount of words and that's why you're adding words, or is it just adding to the story? Just wondering. Josiah says, awesome, Brittany, thank you. Kimberly says, I love YouTube sprints and Facebook ones. You can watch them later. Yeah. So we just went live. Any of you in my Facebook group, my writers Facebook group, give me a little emoji or like, yay, love the Facebook group in the comments. But we went live and did word sprints on the Facebook group on Saturday. And that live is going to stay there forever. And so will this YouTube one. So anytime you need some sprints and you're like, nobody's doing a sprint right now, you can just like rewatch them and use the time that we're sprinting to like just not feel alone. So that's fun. Courtney says 95 words since I entered in late. Totally good. It's awesome. Moving along. Timmy says 786 words. It's epic. Rita says, more 5 pages of beta. Awesome. Janine says, good job on the words, everybody. Woo woo. Yeah, everybody's doing great. Morgan, 225 words. Would have written more, but I had a phone call. Life happens, guys. It's all good. Jody says 2.5 full pages and a hand cramp. Yeah, see, that's why I don't write by hand, because I think I said that in one of my writing tag videos. I'm like, it just not going to happen. But good for you to actually do it. Josiah says, wow, everyone, such progress. I agree. Yay. So we get some emojis for people in the Facebook group. Awesome. Cherry says, I bumped my manuscript up 4,000 words during the revision process, just adding descriptions and polishing words. Yeah, that's what I feel like I'm going to end up doing as well. I sort of, in places where I need to do that, I have like brackets and I highlight it in yellow in my manuscript to be like, come back later, like this needs more description or whatever, because I feel like I don't like committing to all of the different ways of describing things or like doing a particular scene if I'm not in the mood or I don't have the inspiration to do it, but then it reminds me that I need to do it later. So yeah, that's sort of what I've been doing during these last few sprints, is like finding those places and then being like, okay, time to write this scene or add this description. So I'm there with you, Charity. Josiah, Facebook Live was clutch. Loved it. Good, I'm glad. Cherry says, I'm at 68K words now. Woo! That's awesome. Morgan's given an emoji for the Facebook group. Bruna says, I miss the hearts in YouTube sprints. Yeah, I know. They need to add that feature because I like the hearts on IG Live too. Josiah says, me too, Bruna. Marla says, thanks for the sprints. You're so welcome. Jimmy says, dictation is the best. That's something I haven't tried yet. Anybody else tried dictation? Just like, am I remembering what that is? It's like you record yourself talking and then you can write later, like listen to the recording. Let me know if you've tried that, because I haven't yet, but it sounds promising. Renee says, me too, Bruna. Marla says, I've got to make dinner. Oh, all. Gotcha. I've got to make dinner for the kiddos before they revolt. That's okay. Thanks for being here, Marla. I hope you felt like you made lots of progress and we loved having you. Charity says, yes, placeholders are the best. Yes, placeholders. That's the word. Yes. Shanine, are you continuing Facebook Live after Camp Nano? Oh, yes. Yeah. In our Facebook writers group, we're going to continue to be doing lives all the time. And I don't know if I said this earlier, I meant to, but I'm actually quitting this is like big announcement that I should probably make an official video for. But I'm quitting my part-time job after the end of the summer, and with the support of my husband who has a full-time job and me planning to make some other kind of income, I'm going to go writing full-time at the beginning of September and helping writers and doing content like this. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, all the things, and creating like courses and different things for you guys. So I hope you're excited about that. And if you have any ideas of things that you would like to see from me, or you've seen stuff that you'd like more of, definitely let me know because I am making lots of plans. In a good way. Bruna says, I highlight and comment by the side on Google Docs and then write down the question to be answered in my doc questions. Yes, I've started doing some of that too. And sometimes it just matters on my mood if I want to like put it in the manuscript or if I put it on the side. But I do that in Word docs as well. Josiah says, I tried dictation once and need to try it again. I need a better app. Okay. Yeah, if you find a good app, let us know. Kimberly says, placeholders are life. I need them. Yes, they're so helpful. Oh my gosh. Josiah, I heard Dragon something app was good, but couldn't find it. Okay. Let us know if you find something good because I want to try that. Josiah, Jody says, what do you think of Wattpad and developing a reader fan base? You know what, Jody? So anybody else can answer this in the comments as well if you have more experience. I haven't really checked it out too much. I've read a few things, but it's not something that I'm probably going to use, but that could change. But if any of you have experience with Wattpad, positive or negative, definitely let us know in the comments because Jody would like to know. And Jody, have you tried it or have you had any experience with it yet? Yeah, I don't mind giving like content for free, but like anything I write, like I sort of like want to publish officially and like get it going. But the Wattpad for the fan base, I totally understand that could be really cool too. So I'd love more information on that as well. Anybody want to share? Courtney says, I used dictation before to write speech to text. Oh, so it like directly made text for you. What program did you use? Timmy says, no, dictation is when words appear on your screen while you dictate. Okay, this is what I do in Google Docs. They have it in Google Docs? What? Okay, I'm going to have to check this out. Josiah says, so cool and inspiring, Brittany. Prayers laid up for you and Ben on the journey. Thank you. Bruna says, I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Charity says, yes, congrats, Brittany. I bet it's such an amazing feeling quitting your job to pursue your passion full time. Thank you. Yes, it is. Renee says, does anyone start their outline and begin writing first draft before finishing the outline? Yeah, I created an outline, but I didn't have everything. And at some point I was just like, you know what, I just have to start writing. And then as I've written, the outline changes because stuff happens in the brain while you're writing. So I've definitely done that. And other people can give Renee some feedback as well. So many comments. Okay. Do you guys want to do one more sprint? Also let me know that because I think Emma Elizabeth Mary's still on here and she was asking for one more. Timmy says, yes, Courtney, you said it easier, I think earlier. It's quite, I just heard a weird noise. Everybody pray that there's nothing going on down there. I should be fine. It's quite hard thinking at this hour. Yeah. Morgan says, so happy for you, Brittany. Wish nothing but goodness. Thank you. I almost wrote it backwards. Where am I? Josiah, Google Docs dictation was all messed up when I tried it. Should I try it again? Good question. Anybody have feedback? Emma Elizabeth says, I've been doing some free writing to help me get unstuck during scenes and it helps. Awesome. Wattpad is good. Kimberly says, good place to write to see what people like to read. I write on Wattpad. Cool. Okay. So Kimberly had positive experience. Awesome. Bruna says Wattpad has great contests with publishers and producers when it's script writing. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, guys, the comments keep moving on me. Kimberly says, anyone love dragons? I love dragons. Yes, I might have dragons in my story too, but yes, love dragons. Timmy says, for me, it was easy. I use a microphone. Okay, so maybe a microphone helps that. Cool. Timmy loves dragons. Dragon dictation is great. I'm visually impaired, so I have used that. Oh, you guys are talking about some app. Like dragons, like actual dragons. I think that's what you're talking about. Unfortunately, I gotta go, need some dinner. Yeah, I gotta go make dinner soon too. So maybe just one more sprint. I'm just gonna look really quick through the comments. Okay, Elizabeth hasn't had much luck with Wattpad. Kimberly, when I write my stories, starting place and the ending before I start writing anything. Yeah, so at least the beginning and the ending, she's saying, Bruna, I changed the outline. Let's talk in DM. Yeah, so DM Bruna. She's great. Courtney, I've used the docs dictation since I type on Word. I use Windows speech recognition, which is built into my laptop. Cool. Josiah, writing before outline was done. A little crazy, but still fun. Fleshing out my outline, as is my Camp Nano goal. Been free writing my story most of 2018. Time flies. Okay, one more sprint. Almost 1,000 words. Okay, cool. And then, cool. Shawneen, plants outline, plants. Pants. I'm like reading pants. Pantsing outline. I got you. Yes, I'm with you. All right, cool. So you guys, we're going to do one more 15-minute sprint. I'm going to set the timer. And then, yes, I need to go make dinner as well before Ben gets home so that I can be a good wifey. Oh, gosh, I hope that's not him. I heard a car door out there. Usually he texts me. Oh, he did text me. I'm on my way home. Oh, no. So Ben might come in and say hi to you guys. But, yeah, so we're timing. We're doing one more sprint. Ready, set, go. 15 minutes. Starting the music. And I might have to just duck out and say hi to Ben real quick. All right. Yep, this one. Oh. Hi, Ben. Hey, I'm just online with everybody finishing up a word sprint. Okay. You want to come say hi? Just like wave. I might come say hi. Hi. I just wave to everybody. This is my husband, Ben. He's so wonderful. We're just finishing up about 13 minutes or so. Okay, now I'll make dinner. Everybody's saying, hey, Ben.
Oh, hi.
Messiah said, sup, Ben. Sorry, guys. Focus. hear that. That's our garage. My office is right above it. So that scares me every time. Thanks, Bruno. Hopefully some of us will see you at your live later tonight. 2.5 minutes, everybody. Me too, Mary. I'm stuck too. Only 30 seconds. Oh, I'm just gonna. 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. All right, guys. I wrote in a couple different sections, and collectively I got around like between 500 and 600 words. So I didn't make it to my Camp Nano goal. I sort of was like, oh, that'd be really cool if I actually made it on my live. But yeah, not quite. But I'm at 18,610. So again, a little under 1,500 words that I need to write, and I will be there. So that's super exciting. Renee says 101 words. Courtney says 121. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Mary says I got 122. Cool, 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 guys. Making progress. All right. Well, it has been like an hour and a half. Josiah 234. That's fantastic too, guys. That's 153. Had to take care of my puppy, Morgan. Kimberly says I got what? Oh, all together. Oh yeah. I always forget to do that, like keeping track of like all the different sprints, but like anybody know how many words you wrote this whole session? I think for me it must have been, gosh, I'm gonna have to go back. I think over 1,000 words at least collectively. No, my first one was 6. And then, so maybe like more like 1,500, somewhere around there. But that's really impressive, Kimberly. Courtney, 356 words total. Fabulous. Good. Well, you guys, I hope you can keep letting me know in the comments, but I hope that this was, yeah, super helpful and just got you motivated. Again, if you're watching this live, Bruna is doing a live, I think at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think there might be even a couple more. So follow my stories, follow Bruno's stories, and stay in the know for who's doing sprints. Josiah says he's guessing around 368 total. Lots of plotting and outlining, ready to write a new scene. That's fabulous, Shanine. Morgan says 668 words altogether. Fabulous, you guys. This was super fun. I definitely want to do more lives in the future. let me know if you want to do more live chats as well. We could live chat about different issues that you're having. You can always message me and let me know. But I'm going to close it off for now. This will stay on my YouTube if you want to reference anything that we talked about or use it as a, oh, Rebecca, you just got here. I'm so sorry. But yeah, but for people like Rebecca, she can go watch the replay and use this to still sprint. So that's great. You guys, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you could attend too, Tamia. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. I'm not on social media, so I'll be replaying this. Thank you. You're so welcome. And I will be back here on YouTube to definitely do more of this. So I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys have a fabulous night. Keep writing. I know you're going to make your Camp Nano goal. We're almost there. Keep holding on. Rebecca, your hair's, thank you. I love my hair too. All right. I'm really going now. You guys are great. See you in the next video.